Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a kitchen declutter and organise with me. It's not the whole kitchen, it's just a few cupboards, and I'll go through the background of why I was doing that in a little while. But just to start off with, I started in this cupboard in the corner. There was so much stuff in here, some cookbooks that we haven't used in a really long time. These jars of sauce were fine, but then I had all of these spices, particularly this set here that Matt bought for me, and they are all well and truly out of date, and I never reach for them. I thought, this is ridiculous. We've got stuff all around our kitchen because it can't be put away. I need to make use of the space that we've got. Our kitchen is not big at all. I hate it. I hate every part of this kitchen because we demoed a wall, moved these cupboards back, but we've just got exposed plasterboard. It doesn't matter how much I clean and tidy this room, it never feels nice. But I was just fiddling with some baskets that I had downstairs, and then I went into the loft and found these ones here. I thought I'd give them a go, and you'll see that it takes me a really long time to kind of work out what I want to do with this cupboard, to be honest with you. It's a cupboard that I struggle to reach. I'm actually standing on a stool because I struggle to reach up into this cupboard, so it can't be stuff that we need to grab all of the time. So in here generally is canned goods. We have kind of any sort of sandwich pastes, like curry kits, that kind of thing in here, because you might reach for that once a week, say, and then I'll just grab my little stool and jump up, or I ask Matt to get it. But I faffed and I fiddled, and in the end I thought, this isn't getting me anywhere, so let me start going through some of the other bits that I had. So these baskets have come out of one of our bottom drawers, and I had quite a deep drawer that was for lots of dried products, so rice, crackers, that kind of thing. So I started moving things around. I started moving some of the crackers into this cupboard that I was just showing you a second ago. But ultimately, the house there's stuff everywhere. I mean, you can see on the right hand side, I was bought a lot of alcohol and gifts from the kids at school, but I've got nowhere to put it. Our drinks cabinet is full. Our wine rack is full. And I'm not really a big drinker, to be honest. I do love a glass of wine, but then that might take me a couple of weeks to drink one bottle. So you last a really long time. But I'm just getting to a point where I've definitely been under a bit of a black cloud, as I say. I'm letting myself go. I've not been getting to the gym. I feel horrible about the way that I look. My skin is breaking out into psoriasis again. And it's overwhelming me. So I've decided I just need to take back control of my house. I was watching a video by Alison McPhail this morning. I absolutely love her channel. If you don't know her, you need to look her up, because I've been watching her for years and she's just so lovely. But she released a video yesterday or today that was sorting out things in my house that annoy me, and I feel like that's what I'm doing. I feel like I'm trying to sort out things in the house that are annoying me. And at this point, you'll see I stood there for ages, and I just kept going to Matt, I hate this house. Like, I don't know what to do. But like where we demoed the kitchen and we took out a wall, it doesn't matter how much I clean or tidy this, like with those exposed plasterboard walls, it just feels disgusting. And you'll see the paint on the wall there. I'm currently decorating the hallway, so that's a video to look out for. I just need to get this house back under control, and I need to feel proud of it again. It doesn't feel like that at the moment. I don't feel proud of myself. I don't feel proud of the house. So I really need to get it under control. Anyway, I've moved around to this cupboard here. Sorry, it's like a full-on therapy sesh. Hope you're here for that. I've moved around to this cupboard by the sink. These are all of our old Tupperwares, and this is one of the reasons why I actually started this declutter today. We've bought some new Tupperwares and containers from B&M this week. Oh, sorry, Chester and I fully apologise for that barking. The calendar fell off the wall in the kitchen and made me jump, but scared the life out of him. So sorry about the barking. But as I say, we've bought these new containers, but I need somewhere for them to go, and so we can't keep all of the old ones as well. Some of them were looking really manky. So I went through this cupboard here. I've got some old desserts. These squash bottles from Morrison's are taller than the other supermarkets, and they now don't fit, so I don't want to buy from Morrison's again. I like to buy from Aldi, so they all stand up in the cupboard. But then I moved all of the puddings and things here, because that middle row has always been our sort of chocolate bars, sweets, sweet treats, etc. So I thought, well, it makes sense to put the puddings on top. And then Matt was just finishing off cooking the dinner, so I just started going through some of the drawers, just because I put things in a certain way in this drawer, and we don't all do that in this house, so I was just kind of tidying it back up and neating it back up again, taking out a few bits that I knew, like that fork on the left hand side. I've stolen that from school at some point, so I need to return it when summer is over. And then this is the dog's drawer. He has a whole drawer to himself, but then it means all of his food is contained, and we tend to stock up on his food and buy kind of like a good job lot at a time. And then I started plating up dinner, so I thought, you know what, I might as well film it. It's actually been, when I'm recording this video and voiceover, actually I've done it all in one day, it is a year since Matt and I got engaged, so we decided we were going to have a bit of a treat tea, but we didn't want to pay out for a takeaway. So when I was in Aldi this week, I noticed that they're doing their own kind of roosters, essentially like fake Nando's. So we bought the peri peri chips, we bought the spicy rice. Only Matt had the spicy rice. It's not something I would eat, but I had a bit of coleslaw, which he wouldn't eat. And then we had the peri peri chicken breast fillets. We had the Peronaise sauce, which I put into little glass ramekins in a minute, the garlic bread and the halloumi. So it was like having a full-on Nando's feast, but for a fraction of the cost. So I thought I might as well just share that with you. And you can see us plating up our dinner. So I'm just searching for ramekins now to put the Peronaise in. Can you hear the dog sniffing? He's sat up next to me. Matt had an apple earlier on, and it's Chester's favourite thing to eat. And Matt's left not the core, just the stalk. He's taken the stalk off and left it on the side, and Chester can smell it. He's trying to sniff out another apple. And then this was the sweet chilli sauce that came with the halloumi. I tasted a tiny bit of it, but it's way too spicy for me, so only Matt had that. And here is the offending Tupperware. I decided after dinner, do you know what, let's just finish off this room, let's get it done. Oh, Chester's getting up on my chest. Chester, I'm trying to film my voiceover. Get out the way. I started fiddling with the Tupperware in this drawer. I liked the idea of having a whole drawer where all the Tupperware went, but I wasn't sure, do I store it without the lids on, with the lids on? Then I've got all these cereal containers, which are huge. We bought a 4-pack, but they're way too big. So then I bought a smaller one in B&M the other day, which I'm going to be using. And Matt doesn't need 4 of the big cereal containers. But then I was like, oh, but I've only just bought them. What a waste of money. You can't chuck them when you've only just bought something. You've got to keep them. I took the lids off the Tupperware. Thought, do I store it like that? In the end, they don't even live in this drawer. It was such a waste of time. I ended up actually putting back into this drawer the stuff that was in there originally. So it feels like a bit of a waste of time, but I suppose I know that it's not something that's going to work for us in the future anyway. But yeah, so we want to be better at eating a bit healthier. Well, she says that after you've just seen the feast of Nando's we've just had for our 1-year anniversary. But like it's things like lunches. Like, we're both really terrible at getting in from work, feeling really tired and not wanting to make lunch for the next day. So you end up picking something up. Matt will get something up from a petrol station because he's on the road all the time. I might get something from the shop over the road from the school, and there's such little choice in there that we are not eating healthy. So when I went to Aldi today, I went to Aldi this morning. Goodness me, I'm losing track of my days already. It's only the first week of the holidays. When I went to Aldi today, I picked up some really nice healthy foods. I picked him up some like protein snacks because that's something that he wanted. And yeah, so he wants like Caesar salads and like protein chicken snacks and whatnot. So I picked those up for him. I started moving the Tupperware back into this cupboard, and I've seen a lot of hacks of store it with the lid on. But in all honesty, I just couldn't fit everything that I wanted in here if I did that. So although I keep taking the lids on and off those sort of square red ones, those are the ones that Matt chose for himself, I do end up taking the lids off and storing them stacked up. These were the old ones. I kind of went through and had a look which ones were a bit manky and we couldn't keep anymore, and which ones were all right and could go back into the cupboard. And then I put all the dried goods back into this cupboard at the bottom. And then it was a case of just having a little bit of a tidy, really, because as I say, we'd had dinner, we'd got a load of stuff out. I mean, I don't wish you could see the rest of my house. I really don't. It's awful. I am currently decorating the hall, the stairs and the landing all at once. That includes the upstairs cupboard, which means that all the stuff from the cupboard is out. My front room is currently covered in loads of school stuff. And yeah, as I say, that black cloud has definitely been over me for a few months now. And I'm hoping that by recording these videos, you will keep me accountable. You will keep me going, even if I don't get very many comments on my videos, and that's fine. If people enjoy them, they enjoy them, but more than anything, I enjoy making them, and I enjoy having that kind of motivation to get something done and to do it properly, not to do it half-hearted, because ultimately no one is going to want to watch a video where nothing is achieved at the end of it. And I do feel like, even though I worked out the amount of footage I had, it was just over an hour and 20 minutes worth of footage, and that includes us cooking dinner. So I think if we weren't cooking, I probably could have got this, and if we didn't eat in between, I probably could have done this video's worth of stuff in an hour. And I think that that's going to be the way forward, little and often, rather than trying to do a whole room at a time, because I think I just get decision fatigue, I get burnout, Matt gets overwhelmed if he comes in and the whole room is out. So I think I just need to do little and often, because this cupboard here, you can see there's more alcohol in here, and I just need to kind of go through and start getting rid of stuff, donating it to our friends and family if we're not going to drink it, because it just seems silly to be filling up all of these cupboards when there's literally 2 of us. There are only 2 people. We are living in a 3-bedroom house, and every room is full to the brim. Like, it's stupid. And I had somebody comment the other day on my outside cupboard video and said that I have too much stuff, and you're right, I do have too much stuff. And that's one of the reasons why I'm making some of these videos and trying to get rid of stuff. It seems a bit counterproductive when I've just bought a load of new Tupperware, but ultimately ours were disgusting and they really did need to be replaced. So I need to be conscious of what I'm buying. Is it actually needed, or am I just buying it for the sake of it? And I'm one of these people who would rather use something up than get rid of it. For example, I've got loads and loads of bottles of Sephora, and I get that I don't need that many bottles of Sephora, but it's also something that's not going to go out of date, and I will eventually have to repurchase. So if I get rid of it all now, at some point that's going to cost me more money in the future. So whilst I have the space for it, I will keep some of it, but I need to make a more conscious effort to actually use things up, because I think that's the problem. We say, oh look, this is going to waste money if I get rid of all of these things, but then they're not being used. So just making a conscious effort of what I have, being really mindful of what I have, using them or losing them, essentially needs to be kind of my motto. I apologise for the kind of more rambly video today. In all honesty, I just want to edit this and put this up tomorrow for you, rather than fiddle with music and whatnot, because I'm just too overwhelmed with life to worry about music in this video, because it's only a short one anyway. But when I carry on doing decluttering videos, I will make sure that obviously there's music and they are motivating for you. I feel like I'm just using this one as a one-woman therapy show, to be honest. But anyway, this is now Matt's come out. He started washing up and then realised he needed to make his lunch. So I said to him, get out of the way then. And he went over, was making his lunch on the other side of the kitchen. I said, whatever you do, don't make a mess. And I just carried on with the washing up here. So there's not a lot. It's mostly the stuff from dinner. But the kitchen this morning, you could barely even get in. I had all my boxes and bags from school in there, and all of the decorating stuff on the sides. So I feel like it looked horrendous, and it wasn't quite as bad as it looked. It's just because there was so much in there that shouldn't be. But now all the school stuff's in the front room and all the decorating stuff is on the stairs, so it hasn't really solved any problems. The stuff's just been moved, so that's not really very helpful. I have just been to B&Q and bought a new roller and tray, because I was using ours the other day and it literally wasn't rolling. I know that sounds really silly, but the roller wasn't rolling on the wall, so it was no use to me whatsoever. So I need to go through the outside cupboard again, and I feel like I'm going to take the advice from Dana K. White and start with the front door. I'm currently, as I say, I think I've said it about 4 times in this video already, decorating the hall, the stairs and the landing. Then I kind of want to make sure that I'm clearing the outside cupboard, the kitchen and the front room first before I start worrying about upstairs, because those are the spaces that if any visitors came, that's what they would see. And I think all too often we worry about our spaces and people aren't going to see that, to be honest. But I am feeling really productive. I am feeling really energized to get it done. I just need to convince my body that that's what we're going to be doing, because I tell you what, I sanded down every bit of woodwork on 2 floors yesterday, all up the stairs, all around all the door frames, and I am knackered. So doing this was a little bit of a chore. I just wanted to share with you the kind of afters of the cupboards, so all those Tupperware, then this one here with all the dried goods, and then finally this one here. And now I'm going to share with you what I got rid of. And this is everything that we are currently getting rid of. Pretty much all of the spices are well and truly out of date, like I'm talking September 23, so they've all got to be chucked away. I debated keeping the jars, but in all honesty, we just haven't used them. We're just not in a let's cook everything from scratch phase of our lives. So I will just replace them as and when we need them. I'm going to wash them all out. I don't know if I'll keep them or just get rid. I'm not 100% sure. We've got quite a bit of out-of-date food, which is always a shame. Open packets of things. A lot of these containers are just really manky now. They've been used a really long time. And particularly when they're plastic, I just want to get rid. So there's 6 of those ones going. We've got 4 of these. They're just too big for me, so I asked Matt which 2 he wanted to keep, and then we're getting rid of the other 2. That's an old Tupperware. These are really old manky Tupperwares. There's only one thing that's not getting binned. There's an extra jar of jam. I already have some jam in the fridge that's not open yet, so that one I'll put in the food bank next time I go to Asda. These are left over for when I made cheesecakes ages ago. They're probably okay, but if they've been in there, what is it, over a month now, I'm not going to be eating them. I'm getting rid of these Star Wars cookie cutters and my gingerbread men cookie cutters. A load of Joe Wick recipe books that I feel like we got rid of and then we kept. Now I'm getting rid of again. A bottle that, again, just because they're plastic bottles, and this one you have to unscrew the whole top off and then you drink it like a regular bottle. It's not good for on the go. The top of an ice pack thing, some out-of-date bread. Oh, and the only sad thing, I think, looking around, the only thing that I'm genuinely quite sad about getting rid of is this Lego cup. I just had some juice in it and forgot about it for ages, some orange juice, and it's gone really disgusting. There's mould in the straw. It's completely discoloured inside. I don't know if I can open it to show you. It's gone kind of stained orange and there's mould all in the straw, so I have to bin that. That's about the only thing that I'm sad to get rid of. I was unsure about the cookie cutters, these here, whether to get rid or not, but we just don't use them. We never ever make gingerbread men even, so there's no point. And then pretty much everything is old or unused. So yeah, considering I don't know how long I was in there, less than an hour maybe. Just had a blitz through a couple of cupboards and we've managed to get rid of loads already, so that's a good start. So see you again soon. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you again soon. I don't know why I said that twice. It's probably because I'm tired and it's late and I'm decorating the hall and the stairs and doing the kitchen and everything else all at once. So I'm a little bit overwhelmed, so I'm going to go because I'm rambling. But lots of love to you all and I'll see you again soon. Bye.